Hello, guys. Hey there, my friends. Let me get this thing going. Sorry, I'm just switching over here. And we are about to kick this bad boy off. Oh, what happened here? Sorry. All right, welcome to the call tonight, a webinar. We're starting with the law of consistency. I'm just so excited that you're all here again. And we'll be moving into the law of consistency. And if you are there, I want you to be keeping good notes. We had a great time last week, and I'm just so fired up for you. Just learning and growing and working through. So let's get going here. So remember the framework that we want to be teaching on. Here's the framework again, is learn it, live it, and lead it. Let me say it again. Learn it, live it, and lead it. Okay? So if you develop the habit of success, you'll make successful habits. If you develop the habits of success, you'll make the habits of success. So let's look at law of consistency. Let me jump back here. Oops, I'm way ahead of, oops. Whoa. There you go. Let me get, sorry. There we go. I knew it was kind of off here. Let me go back. Nope, there we go. Okay. Okay, so I want you to write that down real quick. The journey, okay? The journey, okay? And the journey is progress. The journey, okay? I want you to look at that in your notes here. The journey, okay? And want to have you look at that real. Take some notes. Okay, the journey. The journey, amen? Okay. So, growth is not an event. Let me say it again. Growth is not an event. How to grow consistently? Do you know what you need to improve? Do you know what you need to improve? Think about that. What do I need to improve? Do you know what you need to improve? So the previous chapter, we talked about the law of reflection. Helped us clarify the successful person has the habit of doing the things that failure that don't like to do. So remember, we looked at things sometimes we don't like to do. So when we look at success, successful people don't like to do them either, but they dislike the subordinate of the strength of its purpose. Successful people, you got to think about it. Successful people don't like to do necessarily everything, but they do it because they know the end results, okay? So when we talk about journey and we look at the law of consistency, the law of consistency says motivation gets you going, discipline keeps you going. Motivation gets you going, discipline keeps you going. Okay, growth is not a single event. Once again, I want to reiterate that. Growth is not a single event. Okay, hitting the target. Growth consistently. Do you know what you want to improve on? Once we again look at this. What do you need to improve on? Do you know what you need to improve on? Motivation and personality. Start with small stuff. Be patient and value the process. Be patient and value the process. Okay, look at it. I want you to think real quick and write this down. I want you to reflect real quick. I want you to reflect on some things that you may need to change. What are some things that you need to change right now? Think about some things that you need to change. Think about that. Think about some things you need to change. Write them down. What would you like to change? What areas are you inconsistent in? I'm going to give you about a minute to write that down. Give you about a minute to write that down. Think about it. Think about it. There you go. Keep writing. Make a list. Make a list. Make a list, okay? Now that you got that list down, let's look at it. Do you know how you are supposed to improve? Do you know how you're supposed to improve? Some people don't know how to improve. So we're going to fly through this. To grow, you must, to grow, most people need knowledge. They need experience and coaching. Match your motivation to your personality. If you are if you get around someone who's like a coach, like myself, ask them some questions, get into some coaching. Get some coaching for yourself so that your consistent areas in life will pour over to your life of consistency. Not everyone has the same personality strengths. Start with simple stuff. Start small disciplines repeated with consistency every day leads to great achievement and gains slow over time. Discipline is really a muscle to develop. Discipline is a muscle that must be developed. Okay? So let's look at it. Successful people have habits of doing things that failures don't like to do. Successful people don't like to do them either, but his dislike is subordinate to the strength of his purpose. Okay, that's good. That's so good. That is so awesome. Okay, growing consistently. Do you know why you want to improve? Ask that question. Consistently ask your question. Why do you want to improve? Why do you want to improve as a man? Why do you want to improve as a husband, a father, a business owner? Why do you want your business to improve? Okay. Has quitting become a habit? You got to ask yourself, have I become a habit? Has quitting become a habit for me? Okay. Don't use the excuse of failing for losing discipline. Practice discipline will grow consistently. Be able to consistently grow. Remember, you will miss 100% of the goal if you never set it. Remember, you'll miss 100% of the goal if you never set it. Have you set those goals? Clear goals. I was just doing the other day, putting your dreams to a test. And I want to tell you, you are going to really, 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 really like that one. Because, man, I had to be like, okay, I need to go back and sit down and do some goals and re-clarify and get clarity. Do you know when you are supposed to improve? Look at your watch and tell me when does someday happen. We always make excuses about when we're going to do something. Okay? So remember, you don't want to make excuses. Maybe write down some of the growth consciousness. Okay? Some challenges that you may have experienced. Write down some of them. Write down what the challenges that you may be facing. Okay? Go conscious and growth conscious. You see the list there. Okay? Do you know why you want to keep improving? This is the question. This is the question that should motivate you in your purpose. Ask the why test. Always ask the why test. Do you consistently procrastinate or improve on task? Do you require, do you mess around with small things at times? What are you consistently not doing that you need to be doing? The consistent test that we need to be doing is develop over a period of time. And when we do that, what happens is anything that has been inconsistent over a period of time will come. Let's keep going. We're flying through this because I'm going to give you a little assignment here afterwards. Do you want to play chopsticks or conduct or orchestra on your own life? Chopsticks really means, do I want to keep going, back and forth, or do I want my life to flow with ease? Like someone that stands up, a guy that is conducting an orchestra, he has a smooth flow about him. And that's what your goals, when they're consistent, smooth, intertwined together. Think about that. Okay? Even the small right choices over time becomes big victories. Let me say it again. Small choices over time become big victories. Do you know when you want or supposed to improve? Most people don't know when they're supposed to improve. And we want to help you know when you're supposed to improve. Okay? Your potential is not an event, goal, or product. Your potential is a consistent journey of discovery and growth and insight. Consistent productivity. I love how John points this out that the event, the greatest component is not to wait, but to be inspired. Your product, whatever you are producing, you are a byproduct of what your goals are. You are a byproduct of what your goals are. So I want to help you tonight to tell you a couple things. When you look at that, your potential is consistent journey of discovery of growth and insight. And I said earlier, if you develop habits of success, you'll make successful habits. Okay? Now, I want to give you some things here tonight. A couple things I want to share with you. Let me pull this out of here and just talk to you. Because this is my most one that I really, truly love. And hopefully, okay? This is one that I truly love. One is the consistent flow in a person's life, particularly men. When we are consistent, and I cannot be more clear, what happens is we begin to flow, and then people literally, do you realize there are people watching you? Think about how many times you have made promises to yourself and to others, but there has not been a follow through. Consistency says I must follow through so that I can get great victory, and so that people that are looking to me for mentorship, they will begin to follow you. And then once they see what you do, they will begin to do themselves. You have to look at, I love how John says, waiting is often merely the excuse we use for not producing, but being consistent is the answer for productivity. Let me say it again. Consistency is the answer for results. Okay? Consistently taking products, consistently recruiting, consistently sharing about the message of Advocare, consistently sharing about business. What do you need to consistently do? Are you consistent in your marriage? What areas has your wife asked you to do? Things that you've been. Are you consistent in date nights? Are you consistent in spending time, husband and wife, or family time? What are you inconsistent in? This is the thing that I had to really work on. This is one that was really very touchy for me. Very passionate about this, because this is something that I'm truly, truly working on a daily basis, is being consistent in my life so I can be consistent with others. That's why us doing this course tonight, this leadership, being very consistent. So if you develop habits of success, you'll make successful habits. What habits do you need to develop? And only you can ask that. Only you can ask the habits that you need to develop. And once I ask that level of areas that I need consistency in, what happens over a period of time, we can develop a strong mindset to develop those habits. So Being consistent, being consistently produces productivity does not mean grinding away at work. It simply means that a consistent person is a productive person. I'm not saying go and grind, but what I am saying is that when you're consistent, people want continuity. They want consistency in their life. And so when you are consistent in what you do on a daily basis, what happens is that it speaks volumes to others. Many of us don't like to get coaching because we feel like, I guess, something else I got to add to my plate. I'd rather get coaching and teach me how to be consistent so that I can be successful in the end. We all want success. But the steps you have to ask yourself is, why do I want success? And what am I willing to sacrifice to get that success? Leaders take time to achieve. They assess the situation. They go after. They align their methods with their motivation. They align their methods with their motivation and their personality. And so here's the homework for tonight. This is one of the shortest ones, I think, in the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. It's one of the shortest ones. I believe it is. Here's the homework I want you to write down tonight as we wrap this up. Is one, I want you to really make a list. And I want you to ask the why. Why do I want to be consistent? And then I want you to really make a list and say, okay, out of the list that I made that is inconsistent in my life, then what I want you to do is I want you to pick one or two of those things and then work them into your list that are the things that you're already consistent on, and literally start doing the inconsistency first, prioritize them, put the ones that are inconsistent, put them a high priority. Because why? You're already doing the ones consistently that you've been doing on a daily basis. They become habits to you. We want the inconsistent ones to become habits so that you can get success. So literally write down those areas so that you can be successful. And once you can write those things down, all of a sudden, things will become easy for you. I promise you. I mean, there's something that I'm working on daily. Being in the Word of God, working on some business stuff, and consistently recruiting for my business, for Advocare, consistently, sharing the message of Advocare, consistently taking products, going to the gym, working out. That's on my consistent list. Working those things out, making those a high priority. Even when you don't want to do them, you still got to do them. So I want you to write those things down and then move them over. And then here's the deal. I want you to email me your list. It's called accountability. I want to see what you're inconsistent in. I want to see both lists, the consistent list and the inconsistent. Because I want to coach you along the way of what you can be consistent in. Okay? Well, guys, this is the end of tonight. It's short, and it's a little food for thought. Let me leave you with this thought tonight here, is when you live this law, you will show others the way, and they, in turn, that empowers them to learn it, to live it, and to lead it themselves. Brothers, I thank you so much for jumping on tonight and make that list. You can email me that list over or take a screenshot and shoot it over to me. And think about it. Don't go to bed tonight without making a list. Don't go to bed without making your daily schedule. And put those to that inconsistency, that one that you want to do on the day, put them into your schedule. Make that your daily habits. Guys, you guys are awesome. I'll see you guys next week. Oh, excuse me. Next week, speaking of next week, I will be traveling back from Florida. And so what I would like to do, I'm doing another webinar right before yours. What I would like to do is, if you are available Tuesday night, because I want to stay consistent. If you're available Tuesday night, I would like to do this webinar right after, like this one. So if you can text me and let me know that you're available Tuesday night at 8:15, that would be awesome. And then we can still stay on our path of growth. Okay, please let me know. So I'm letting you know, I don't want to put it off another week. I want to make sure we stay consistent. So if you can make Tuesday night, that'd be awesome. And it'd be about 8:15 if you can swing that. Well, guys, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys so much. And we look forward to helping you again. And trust me, putting your dreams to the test, it is amazing. Oh, my word. I cannot wait. Matter of fact, I'm actually going to do a live workshop, a professional development workshop on putting your dreams to the test. It is just that good. That is stinking awesome. So, and we'll be talking a little bit more about that. And I encourage you to, if you can get there, that one-day workshop is going to be good. It is going to be good. It's going to be live, and it's going to be really good. So I appreciate you guys. Take care. Have an awesome night. Take care. God bless.